Okay guys, the grind continues. Gearing up for the BG Undead HVZ game. So, I'm gonna brass this thing. The Speed Glow, Quick Glow, something like that. I think I called it the Speed Stripe at one point. It's something. It's basically, for all intents and purposes, a retaliator with a permanently attached stock. So, just gonna brass this thing and hope for the best. So I've already taken pretty much everything out of the shell. What we're looking at mostly is the weird sort of whole apparatus that sits right about here. Is both the clip release and then both the locks. I took one of the locks out. Where did that piece go? I think I already threw it away. But that was the clip lock that would not allow the clip to be taken out unless the slide was pulled back. Now this is the actual slide lock that keeps it back, or keeps it forward, I should say. I tend to leave that in because once you get stronger springs and stuff, you just kind of want that to be always locked forward. It's not that big of a deal. On a side note, you do have to slide this off because it does hook in here. So you gotta unhook that when you take it out, and then the shell just butterflies open. So right now I've got my brass piece. I've got the back nub, which has the O-ring right there. This front nub, which has this peg that sits in the slide, and pretty soon this thing will be fully brassed. Just gotta mix up some epoxy and we'll be ready to call it a night. Guys, so I have come in, I've cut out the center section of the barrel and epoxied these front and back pieces on. Back piece still needs to be Teflon taped, but the idea is now we have, with a little bit of sanding, almost flawless breech or brass breech system. Like I said, just need a little bit of sanding on there. This plunger's been Teflon taped and re-greased with some silicone grease. This back O-ring is going to be Teflon taped and silicone greased, and it will be ready to go. And at that point it's just a matter of putting everything back together and it will be snazzy. So the next segment will probably be me firing a few darts downrange. Okay, so this is the last segment for the Rapid Glow. We've got the Rapid Glow clip in here. We've got a handful of darts in there. This brass breech works wonderfully. Performance is much better. I do have to go in and adjust the amount of Teflon tape that I have on there. It's a little bit too tight right now, but as you can see, this brass is just flawless in there. I think I've got 2 more darts, so I'll go ahead and fire those. So you can just kind of feel that pop coming through this thing. It's quite nice. Getting right about 60-foot ranges, which is right around where I'd want it to be. I do plan on getting a better spring for this eventually, and that should increase our ranges even more. So, that's my guide on how to brass the Nerf Rapid Glow. Thanks for watching.